What's happening, everybody? Spoiler alert, if you have not beat Beyond Two Souls, please do not watch this video. If you have, go ahead and check it out. It's just one of the alternate endings. This video is about myself, actually. It's a little bit about the Beastly Gamer. I was on my way home last night from work around midnight, and I was on the phone with my wife. And she asked me about this YouTube channel. And she checks it out from time to time, and she said, babe, do you think it's a wise idea being a new YouTuber and being so biased and opinionated on the Xbox One? And I know she asked out of concern, and I had to kind of break it down for her. I want to break it down for you guys a little bit about who I am and why I have such a firm stand or moralistic stand on the Xbox One PS4 debacle. Now, as I've said before in previous videos, I own pretty much every game system. There's a handful that I don't have that I'm working on. But like I said, I'm an avid collector. I love video gaming in general. I think it's a fantastic medium. It's a great hobby. I love doing it. I love collecting. I love looking at my collections, polishing up my systems, making them look nice. So I've never really been biased towards any game console or video game company. Now, this year, I actually became biased towards Microsoft for their strict DRM policies, always online, constantly connected to your system, and 24-hour check-ins. That stuff kind of irked me, and when I first heard about it, I was like, nah, there's no way I'm getting this system. They're not going to be watching me. I'm not. I mean, I don't think you should have to be online in order. If you buy a video game system, you shouldn't have to be online 24 hours in order to play it. And on top of that, the original policy was if you can't check in every 24 hours, then the system will restrict you to playing your game to 1 hour. And then to me, it just seemed like video game Gestapo. It's like Nazi Germany in the form of a video game. You lose all your rights with something that you purchase. Now, me personally, I feel like if you buy something, it's yours. You can do whatever you want to do with it. And another thing, you couldn't rent games, you couldn't sell games. If I buy a game on my PS3 or my Xbox 360 or my Wii, I should be able to do what I want to do with it. It shouldn't become a paperweight until the company says, okay, we're going to let you do what you want to do with it. That just doesn't make any sense to me. Now, I gave her a scenario, and this might be an extreme scenario, but this is kind of the way I feel about it. Say, for instance, you're in your car, and it's nighttime, and you're on an old dusty road, and you're headed toward a destination, and you come up to a stop sign. And you see a pretty lady, and she flags you down. She's standing at the stop sign, and you roll down the passenger window, and you look over to her, and you say, yeah, can I help you? She said, hey, yeah, I just need a ride 3 miles down the street to this gas station. I'll pay you for gas. I just need to meet so-and-so there. And so you look her up and down. She doesn't seem like a threat. Cool. Come on and get in. She gets in. You make small talk. Maybe 1.5 miles down the road, this chick turns into somebody else. She pulls out a knife on you, or she pulls out a gun on you, and all of a sudden you're stressed the fuck out. And she says, empty your pockets while you're driving. Don't look at me. And if you do look at me, you're going to end up fucking dying. I will shoot you, or I will stab you in your neck. You won't make it. I've done this before. Blah blah blah. So you're very, very stressed at this point. You're emptying your pockets like a buffoon, listening to the voice in the back of your head saying, fuck, I should have never did this shit. And lo and behold, you guys come to another stop sign. As you stop, you see a cop coming up to the right on that side of that stop sign. So you go straight through, and the cop gets behind you. All right. And so she becomes nervous. And she's like, fuck, the hell is this cop doing here? And you're looking like, oh, God, please, something help me here in this situation. I don't want to be in this situation. The cop turns on his flashing lights. You breathe a sigh of relief. She puts the knife or the gun back in her pocket or her pocketbook, and the cop gets out. He comes to your window, starts asking you questions, and you look extremely stressed. So the cop tells you to get out and he wants to talk to you. You end up telling the cop what happened. He pulls his gun on this chick, tells her to get out of the car. She explains to the cop who she is and why she did what she did, and she's really sorry. And as she walks away to the police car, she tells you, I wasn't going to kill you. I'm sorry. That's Microsoft. And you would be biased towards people from that point on. You'd be biased especially towards her, knowing that her intentions were to do you bodily harm and do you wrong. Microsoft didn't intend on doing us bodily harm, but they definitely intended on doing us wrong as far as video game consoles go. And so, just like the scenario I painted, it leaves a bad taste in your mouth dealing with a situation like that. Now, if you gave another girl a ride and she was a perfectly nice person versus the Microsoft girl, you would have two completely different biases. And that's why I have such a huge bias against Microsoft now, because of what they tried to do. Some people don't understand that. They say, hey, look, man, they're not doing what they intended on doing, so I'm going to give them my $500. Hey, more power to you. I'm not going to fucking do it. And there are a lot of people like me who aren't, because of what they attempted to do. Just like this chick attempted to rob you and possibly kill you. Microsoft intended to take away your ability to do what you want to do with your system. They want you to have an extra bill just in case you don't have internet. They put all these restrictions on you and tried to screw you over. And then when the cop pulled up, which is Sony at E3, they got scared and they had to do an about face of 180. So that's the reason I feel the way I do about the Xbox One. Now, I love my Xbox 360, even though it's a Microsoft console. I can't go back in time and unbuy it. And at the time, I didn't know Microsoft was like this. So, I mean, hindsight's 20/20. But at this point, I do have hindsight, and I see what Microsoft tried to do immediately. So, that's the way I feel about it. You guys comment down below and let me know how you feel about it. If you see my point at all, let me know. If you think I'm fucking crazy and going overboard, let me know. It's not a big deal to me. I said this to my wife last night, and she kind of looked like, well, that kind of makes sense, you know. And but you guys tell me what you think about the whole situation. Comment down below. Like, subscribe. Let's get this BC channel rolling. You guys be easy. Peace.